Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the podcast. Today, we are talking about Uber and taxis, Uber versus taxis. Did Uber kill the taxi service?
RenderForce.com.
So, we're back. I feel kind of strongly on this one.
Yeah, Tanner was excited.
I was. As soon as Nick brought this topic up, I was like,
Well, we did a past video where we said, did internet kill the television? And
Yes.
we said yes. So I was thinking, and I was like, well, maybe I'll bring it up to Tanner. And I was like, well, if internet killed the television, did Uber kill the taxi cab? Tanner said yes. Go ahead, Tanner.
I'm very one-sided on this. Okay, so...
This will be a very biased talk.
Right. So Uber was made originally to be like the original idea for Uber was anyone could pull up their phone and order a limousine to come pick them up and take them somewhere. Really? That was the original thought behind Uber. And then they kind of was like, well, this isn't as practical. What if we changed it and made it into like a taxi service to where people could pick other people up in their own cars, which is genius.
Yeah, it was pretty smart. Yeah, absolutely.
Genius, Nick. Okay. Now, I have used both Uber. We're going to throw Lyft in with Uber. We're just calling everything Uber because Uber was kind of the first one.
Yeah, Uber just kind of goes to everything. But it's really ingenious if you think about it, because it's basically like starting your own taxi cab company, but...
You have no overhead.
No overhead. Well, no, I'm talking about like the guy who like come up with the whole Uber thing. And
Yeah, you don't have to have your own taxis.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's no overhead.
It's like having your own taxi cab service, but the people furnish their own cars and make their own hours.
Yeah,
all you do is collect the check.
That's exactly what it is.
All you do is collect the check.
That's exactly what Uber is.
Fantastic.
It's one of the most ingenious companies to come out of the past few years. You know, I believe.
Some places like New York, they've banned Uber to protect the taxi
cab. Which is insane. That's crazy.
Ooh, we're making a political stand with this one. Ooh, political stand. That's nice.
So, taxi, I've rode in a taxi, singular. I've rode in one taxi. And then I've rode in a bunch of Ubers and Lyfts. And what I can say is I will never again ride in a taxi.
Really?
Ever the rest of my life.
I've rode in several Ubers. I've never ridden in a taxi.
Really? Okay, so my I'm gonna tell a little story.
Actually, I got a story after this, but you go ahead.
Yes,
go ahead.
Yes.
Tanner first.
So my first and only ever taxi experience was in Chicago. I got off the airplane and I wanted to see the big mirror beam, so I got in a taxi cab and I was like, just drive me here to Cloud Gate. He drove me to Cloudgate. The whole time that little meter was running. I had pulled up on my phone.
I bet he went the long way.
He did.
Like here it was. He went, whoop.
Oh, yeah. No, I had pulled up on my phone and was like, okay, I didn't have a lot of time. It was a very, very small, it was like a 45-minute layover. Okay. So I did not have a lot of time to get there and back. So I had pulled up the fastest route on my phone, and he was driving, and the phone continued to say, go here, turn left. He was going the longest, craziest route he could have ever went.
Trying to get that bill up.
He was getting that bill up. By the time we got there, I was just watching this thing tick, 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 up and up and up, and I was about halfway there. If I had known how close I was once we hit the big city, I would have just been like, you can let me out here. But I didn't know how much further it was. So
they feed off that, don't they? People who aren't familiar with the area.
Yeah, they do. So I made it from the airport to Cloudgate, and my bill was $80.
$80? How many miles was it?
Hang on, not many. So it was $80 to go from from the airport to Cloudgate, and he had the nerve to ask for a tip. He was like, "You want a tip?" And I was like, "No." I swiped my credit card and I got out of the car.
I got a tip, get a better job.
Yeah, like I was pissed.
I got a tip, become an Uber.
Yeah, I was pissed. Okay, so I ran around, I took my pictures and everything, got my video.
Yeah.
And was gonna leave, and I was like, man, fuck this. I'm not paying $160 to come here and back. Like my plane ticket to California was almost that. Like, so I was like, no, I'm not doing it. So I pulled up Uber. And this is the first time I ever used Uber too. I downloaded Uber and I clicked on it and was like, okay, how much is it going to cost me to go from here to here? The lady immediately pulled up. I got in the car. She drove me all the way back to the airport. It was a faster route, which, okay, whatever. They charge by the minute or whatever, to where like Uber charges by the mile. Big difference. So we went from the exact same location that the taxi brought me to back to the exact same location, the airport. And so this cost me $80 going there. It was $7.20
compared to 80
for my Uber to drive me from here to here. The exact same thing.
Good golly,
$7.
I don't know what to say to that.
I will
That's
never
insane.
again ride in a taxi.
That is insane.
Oh yeah, I was pissed.
Rightfully
does not,
so.
does not begin to describe the infuriation that I had. Now, I feel so sorry for my Uber driver. It was this nice lady, and I bitched the whole time.
Did you talk about the taxi?
I did.
Classic Tanner.
I bitched about the taxi the whole ride there, and she was like, "Oh yeah, taxis are shit. You never ride in a taxi." And I was like, "Never again. I am on board with Uber. I will ride with Uber." Like,
I will spread the word one day.
God,
and
yeah.
Now you're doing it. Now you kept that promise.
Yep. And then whenever we left Chicago and went to LA, and I pulled up the Uber app, and I was like, all right, I'm about to Uber. I am not about to jump in that taxi that's sitting right there. We got there at like 1:30 in the morning.
It's a trap.
And I was texting Josh and was like, hey man, there's no Ubers around. None. There was no Ubers. And
did the city ban them from like...
No. They have Ubers, but like nobody was around that area. So Josh was like, download Lyft. I downloaded Lyft.
Snap.
And I started, and my phone's at like 3%. Like, I'm fighting with service and everything.
Yeah.
Ended up getting a Lyft driver, and he literally, like, when he pulled up and we were riding, he was like, oh yeah, dude, this is my last one tonight, and I'm going home, and I'm going to bed.
What time was it?
Well, by that time, it was probably about 2:30 in the morning. Because, like, I had to wait and try to find a ride. Because and it started raining, and it doesn't rain in Los Angeles. And it was raining, like, the whole week I was there. And I was like, man, I have a skateboard.
It rained the whole week.
The whole week I was in Los
Angeles, California.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
my gosh.
Yeah.
That's...
Yeah, but, like, I was...
That figures.
Yeah, but, see, like, Uber, no, there was an Uber around, but they wouldn't pick me up from the airport. They would pick me up from, like, something surrounding the airport. I don't know what.
How the hell were you supposed to get to somewhere surrounding the airport?
See, that's the thing. So I had my penny board, but it was pouring down rain. So I walked up to a taxi, and I got in, and I got in the taxi and he was like, where are you going? And I was like, I just need you to take me to the In-N-Out right up the road. And he was like, no, get out.
Are you serious?
Because he would not make the money that he would by getting someone off of the same airplane as me and taking them 10 miles. He refused. He told me to get out of his taxi because I wanted to go to the In-N-Out. So I've had
And they made an enemy for life.
I've made two horrible experiences
that's rough,
with
man.
Uber. And I will tell not with Uber, but with taxis. And every single person I know on this planet, I will tell them. I will introduce, hi, I'm Tanner and I hate taxis and this is why you should never ride in a taxi. I will never again, and I will, any person that I can get away from taxis, I will. Uber, I can be your fucking sponsor because, by God, I am strongly against taxis. Go, Nick.
Well, why don't we take a little break real quick?
Woo, and break.
And we're back. So, my story, the only time I've had experience with like Uber or Lyft or anything has been with my brother Tyler when we've gone down to Atlanta to see Atlanta United play. For those that don't know, me and my brother are big soccer fans, and we keep up with the pro team Atlanta United. Check past videos. I'm sure you'll find that out pretty quickly. So, the most interesting story I have of like Uber or Lyft or anything was when we would go down there back in the day. My brother would park at Atlantic Station, and we would catch a bus, but like a shuttle is what it was. A shuttle would come pick us up, and it would take us to the stadium, and then it would go back at the end of the game. Well, my brother, we walk out, and as we're walking out, my brother's like, it's not that far. It's not that far from the stadium to there. We can just walk it. I was nervous, Nick. I don't know, man. Let's just wait. We'll just call an Uber something here. No, dude, I'm not. I remember his words. I'm not paying Uber money to go from here when I can just walk.
That sounds like him.
My brother, if a taxi pulled up, he probably would have just started
Yeah.
just bash the thing.
Yeah.
No. So yeah, he didn't even want to pay Uber money. He's like, we can just walk, dude. Don't worry about it. My hair's a mess today, but he's like, don't worry about it. We'll just walk. So I was like, oh, okay, whatever, man. So I'm following him. I'm like, surely, because at first we walk out in like a big group of people. It's a sea of red, Atlanta United.
Right.
And so we're working our way down the city. I'm not worried about it. Strength in numbers kind of thing.
Right.
Well, it starts to dwindle. So at first it's like this big, and then it dwindles, and then I look at my phone, and then it's just me and him. And I remember and I'm sorry, it's downtown Atlanta in certain parts can be rough.
It can be rough. It's
So
very rough.
one street was kind of rough, and then the next street was fine, and then
Right.
got rough, and then got anyway. So then we wound up seeing this like big Coca-Cola building way downwind.
Right.
And we were in Southside Atlanta, I believe. And it was bad. It was bad. There was someone on drugs is what made us stop, because he was like making noises. So we walk, and my brother just stops. And I stopped, and I'm like, what's going on, man? I'm like, there's no car coming. And then when I look, there's some dude laying on the ground asleep making noises. There's a group of women, it looks like,
Yeah.
and they're over there, and they're talking to themselves, and then I look over, and there's this dude, and he's on his phone, and he doesn't pull out his phone, he's sitting there, and he sees us, and he sees our jersey, and then my brother puts his season pass, he takes it off and puts his pocket, gets his phone out, his brand new phone, and the guy's like, and just stares at us the whole time. He's talking to somebody, I can't hear what he's saying, but he does not take his eyes off us. I'm like, let's get an Uber. Let's get an Uber or something. He didn't say a word to me. I'm like, I'm like, T. I call him T.
Right.
T, let's just get an Uber, man. He's like, yeah, I've already got it. He's like, I'm just sitting here staring, waiting for it to show up.
Yeah.
So we stand there, and
Pause. Uber could have literally saved Nick's life that night. I'm just saying, taxi wouldn't have. Uber did. All right, go.
time passes. There's more to the story, but I'm going to save it for another day. Because it's a lot. Dude pulls up. Me and my brother are like, oh, hey, oh, yeah, all right. And we get in, and it's a dude from New York. And the first thing he does, he's got his window down. He doesn't roll down his window or anything. He takes his hand to the sunroof and goes. So we get in, we go up, and we pull the handle, and he's got the doors locked. Then he unlocks it, and we get in. The first thing he does, he goes, hey, guys, and goes back and goes, what in the hell are y'all doing here?
He knew it was the bad part of town.
So we got in. He drove us back. He talked to us the whole time. Really nice guy. I don't remember his name. Really nice guy. I would recommend him, but I don't remember his name. Super nice. Takes us all the way back there. It's super quick. And he's like, what music y'all like listen to? And I'm like, well, he doesn't say y'all.
Right.
He's from New York. He's like, what music y'all you guys listen to? And I don't remember. At the time we were like sweating it.
Right.
Looking
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know, man. Anyways, I chewed the fat with him the whole time. Can't remember a thing. The whole time I'm thinking, I'm like, dude, I did not want to stand on that street corner any longer than I had to.
Yeah, that's all you cared about.
I don't remember what I said to the guy. All I remember thinking in my head was like, this dude, I could have hugged this guy.
Yeah.
Pulled up out of nowhere. But yeah, so Tanner's argument is it saved my life. My thing is I was in a very bad situation I didn't want to stay in too long. In the middle of a not good area with a $80 jersey on, and our season passes around our necks, looking like a bunch of idiots on our cell phones.
And see, here's
look like we're dressed to be like at a Starbucks.
Yeah. And here's the thing about that. To do that, all you had to do was open up your phone and go, I am here. I want to go here.
Oh, I
need
couldn't
a
imagine
driver.
if we tried to call a taxi. I don't know what that would have happened.
No.
But we probably would have waited there for 2 hours. Till somebody came out. If Atlanta's even got taxis still. I don't know if they do.
I'm pretty sure they do still have taggies, but I don't know if
Taxis?
Taxis.
Taxis?
But I don't know if the taxi service has an app where you can call a taxi.
I don't see why they would. Uber probably already run them out of business by now.
Exactly. Yeah. But yeah, like, man, and I have more, like, Uber is just so good.
Well, make your points. Leave it on the table.
We went
Share it.
We went bar hopping one time, and
what story you shared?
while we were bar hopping, we were like, okay, we want to go to this other bar, but it's like on the other side of Chattanooga.
Is that
So,
what you? No one went to Clyde's.
I don't know.
There's been so many.
Yeah.
I just go with your story.
Anyways. We get, the guy pulls up. It's this nerdy little kid driving the car. We get in, and he's like, hey, I mean, it was literally like the best service probably an Uber has ever given. As soon as we pulled up, he turned down his music. Literally, before he put it into drive, he turned around and was like, what music y'all like to listen to?
That's what the guy did with us in Atlanta.
Yep. I was like, what? Country? He turned it right on the country, put it in drive, stopped, turned around, was like, you want some chewing gum? Gave me chewing gum, and he was like, man, y'all meet any girls tonight? You having fun? You out drinking? And he was like,
Rubber.
right? Like, it was basically to that extent.
Man, you could have paid for better service,
Right?
man.
Gave me chewing gum. Like, oh man, it was. He had cologne. He had cologne for us to use.
Like sell, or he was like,
No.
"Here, use it."
He pulled it out and was like, y'all need a squirt? Y'all need some cologne?
Was it good clone?
It was good cologne. Like, I was like, man, this is the best Uber driver ever. I was like, I don't remember who was with me, but I was like, if you don't leave him a 5-star review, I'm gonna smack you in the head. Like, that was the best Uber driver I've ever had.
Yeah.
And I've had a lot of, like, all around Los Angeles, we either walked or we Ubered. We did not really drive anywhere until we went to like Santa Monica. We drove our car to get to Santa Monica, but other than that, we Ubered or walked.
Ubered or walked?
I believe with everything that I know that taxis are dead.
Taxis are, you heard it here first. Taxis are dead.
And Uber and Lyft
Archaic.
are the future.
Stone Age taxi cab. What do you say to the people who prefer taxi?
You're wrong. Okay, no. Why would you prefer a taxi? Why do you enjoy paying more money for a taxi? I get to sit on a nice comfy back seat. You're sitting on like a leather ex-police car that the seats are too close to you, and you're like,
Still got that, like...
Still got the plexiglass and everything. That was the type that I rode in. And I was like, this is the most uncomfortable fucking car I've ever been in.
It's
like,
100% they were ex-police cars. Exactly.
Most of them are
They got
ex-police
them at like
cars.
an auction.
Exactly.
When
So,
the
like,
city was like, no, we got too many miles. This thing's a piece of junk.
Yeah.
And the taxi company.
Or heck. No, I saw an Uber the other day. Oh, God, what was it? It was like a car that should not... It was a car that should not be an Uber. But they pulled up, and I just kind of looked over, and I was like, oh... I remember, I was like, that is an Audi. And I looked, he had the little Uber thing in the front window. I was like, you paying extra for that car ride. Like, it had like the custom rims, it was a gorgeous Audi.
He's got to make that car payment. That's why he's an Uber.
He's sitting there like, I'm driving this freaking awesome car, and I get it for free because Uber's paying my car payment. Man.
Something you think about doing. Why don't you Uber?
Well, I've thought about it. I've thought about it a lot. Yeah, I've thought about it. I might do that. I like Uber, or even like to that extent, Uber has these little subcategories. Like they have Uber Eats now. They will deliver your food.
Maybe we could do a podcast where we just pick people up and with their permission, we just interview them on the way to their destination.
Yeah. So
what's your name? Tell me a little about yourself.
Yeah.
Sure. So maybe we could even be doing a podcast while you pick, of course, with their permission. I don't even know, Uber might not let you. I'd be like, I'm an Uber driver. I'd be like, oh, that camera in your car? Wrong.
Oh, no, you are, and they actually prefer you to have a camera in your car for your safety and your passenger.
That makes sense. I was about to say, we could be doing a podcast and just pick somebody up and be like, hey, we're talking about this. Y'all got anything to say?
You got any words on this? How do you feel about this topic? I don't know. That's a good idea.
Maybe, for the future.
Where are we at?
They can let us know in the comments what they think.
Absolutely.
Is it a good idea?
Comment
Bad
down
idea?
below.
Stupid?
Down below. That's honestly my final thoughts on it is like I don't even want to waste any more time talking about how bad taxis are.
It's not even worth it.
It's not even worth it. Taxis are so bad. So bad. They're cocky.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Most of they're rude. I get in their car and they're just like, give me your money and get out. Like, man, I just want to go to In-N-Out and get a fucking burger. And,
No, you're not.
Yeah.
Get out of my car.
I think he knew. I think he knew that he was going to drop me out and I was going to get picked up by an Uber. And he was just like, no.
But he could. Well, whatever he would have made on the way to the In-N-Out, he lost.
Exactly. Which in his taxi probably would have been like $35 to take me 35 yards.
What do you say to people that are like, well, taxi cab drivers, they got to have a living too. What about them? You can't put them out of business.
That is the glory of capitalism. If a business is not doing, if a business is not doing good, it is the fault of the business. So therefore, there should not be a buyout. There shouldn't be protectors put in place to where it's like, oh, your business is shit, but we're gonna give you money, or we're gonna make it to where other people can't. No, that's no.
We do live in a mainly, for the most part, capitalist economy, but let's not.
If a business is bad, it should go out of business.
Okay, well, all right.
But taxis will not go out of business. I think in the next 10 years there will no longer be taxis.
I was expecting the answer of, well, the taxi cab drivers could become Uber drivers, and I said, well, that's a good point. They would know the city already, and they would already know the city really well. They'd know good tourist points, stuff like that.
They can, by all means, get a new job, become an Uber.
Okay, well, there we go. What time we at?
Uber, reach out to a brother, because you know how many people I've gotten to sign up for your app? Like, I could be a spokesperson for y'all.
It was actually you, because you were actually the one that told me and my brother to do it when we got down there.
Uber.
You got me and my brother on it.
Yeah. But
spokesman, right?
I wanted to hear whoops. Here at the end of this podcast, I kind of wanted Nick to talk to y'all about something. Something new that's going on with the podcast. Nick, why don't you tell them about our Facebook page?
Oh, the Facebook page, yeah. I was like, what's he talking about? Yeah, we recently started a Facebook page. For those who are checking that out, we're uploading videos. We should have all of the videos uploaded by May 6th. So all the podcasts that you've seen on YouTube, from our very first one till this one, will be uploaded, and they should all be done by May 4th. Mm-hmm. May 4th. May the 4th be with you. By May 4th, we'll have all of them on, and we also have a special video that I don't want to give away, that they'll just have to wait and see, about a debate we're going to do that's going to be a very big one. It's probably going to be our most heated debate so far, but there will be a teaser talking about that one released when our last podcast video gets released to the Facebook page. So if you have a Facebook, we are Witty Banter. Mm-hmm. Witty Banter Podcast, or is Witty Banter?
I believe I actually made it to where we have an @ now, like Facebook @.
We have an @ ladies and gentlemen.
We do now.
I didn't know we had an @.
Yep, I set it up the other day. It is @ Witty Banter Official.
Woo! Witty Banter Official. So if you are on Facebook, you can go to @ Witty Banter Official. Mm-hmm. Give us a like. Check us out. We'll have, we post polls when you, like, from past arguments. You've been like, well, I felt real strongly about that argument, but I don't want to comment. Well, go to our Facebook page, because when that video re-releases, shortly after, we're going to give a poll. We want to hear from you.
Yep.
So we will put polls, we check comments, and we give updates on videos that's coming out. It's just the best way to keep up to date with us. So we're eventually going to branch out. We're doing newer things. We're going to, we got some projects coming up in the future, and the way to find out about that first is through Facebook. If you listen to us on Anchor, which we appreciate you if you do, you get the full, raw, uncut deal.
Yep. On Anchor.
Unedited. So I warn you, be careful. On Anchor. So check that out if you want to. On YouTube, you just get the edited video, but through Facebook, you'll get the edited video, and along with the edited video, you get all the news, information, things we're talking about, ideas. We throw out suggestions. Which one do you think would be a better debate? What do you think would be better about this? We hear directly from you, more so than anything else. So please check us out on Facebook. Definitely check us out on Anchor if you want the raw dog. But also check us out on Facebook. There's a lot of extra things we're putting on Facebook that you can't get anywhere else.
Yep. It's kind of going to give us the opportunity. A lot of people, even watching Facebook, don't have like an account on Facebook. They're just kind of on the website. But if you go to the Facebook page,
who doesn't have a Facebook?
Well, everyone has a Facebook, exactly.
That's what I was saying. You just said, well, they don't have a Facebook.
YouTube.
Oh, YouTube.
Yeah.
Oh, YouTube. Okay.
But if
They said don't have Facebook. Man. Everybody has Facebook.
The Facebook is kind of, you'll get to know us a little bit more than just the performance that we put on camera. We'll have polls to where, like, in our debates, you can vote for who you think won.
After the video will come out, then shortly after we'll have a poll, and you can voice your opinion. You can vote, like driving versus flying. Were you pro driving? Were you pro flying? You let us know right there, and then there's a comment section, and you can let us know whatever you want to. It's a lot more intimate.
It is a lot more intimate. Also on YouTube, it's a little more clunky. But through Facebook, as soon as you post on Facebook, we get an alert on our phone. So don't spam it too much. But if you comment on there, we get an alert right on our phone, and we can reach back out.
Don't spam it too much, because Nick's gonna come home from work and go, open up the laptop, and look through every comment.
But
Taylor's gonna have another video. Be like, no, y'all go ahead and spam it. I want to watch Nick sweat.
Yes, that'd be fantastic. Man. But thanks for coming along, guys, on another podcast.
Glorious podcast.
And leave a comment down below. Like, comment, share. Check us out on all of the podcasting apps, but preferably Anchor. And YouTube.
And now Facebook. Brand new. Squeaky clean. Brand new.
Yeah, right. Thanks for coming along, guys.
Thank y'all.